For more on what's going on with the FDA, we're joined by Dr. Bharat Pankania, Senior Clinical Lecturer at the University of Exeter. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us. Tell us a bit about what's going on there in the FDA. I mean, how big a move is this that so quickly a vaccine is authorized? Has that ever happened before? And how quickly can we see the process begin in the United States?
Well, there have to be multiple layers of safety and consideration, and these are very important. And therefore, it is incorrect of President Trump to say to the FDA, hurry up and get this authorized. It is very important because, remember, we are immunizing otherwise fit and healthy people, so we've got to get it right. Therefore, what we've had is a committee of experts, and the committee of experts in the United States, by a majority, not an absolute majority, by a majority of 17, have said, yes, we should give emergency use authorization. They call it the EUA, emergency use authorization. It's interesting that 4 people out of this committee said no, and 1 person abstained. But the important bit is, yes, it is being considered. It is being considered carefully for the FDA to now give it emergency use authorization.
And how quickly do you think that means as far as actually getting it out to the population? We're hearing the Secretary of Health saying Monday already it's going to begin. What's left to be done now that they've authorized that emergency use?
So with respect to the emergency use authorization and some changes to their patient information leaflets about avoiding giving this vaccine to people with severe allergic conditions, the next bit would be the logistics of getting it into what we would call sub-places, big centers where they've got specialist refrigeration so that they can transport the vaccine safely from Pfizer to this hospital hub, and from that hospital hub to gently, carefully give it out to groups. And again, you need to not only just give it out, you need to think about it. So the target people would be the ones who get ill if they were to get infected. So over 80-year-olds, people who are very vulnerable, healthcare staff, we need to immunize them first.
Yeah, so certainly the question of who gets the vaccine first. Over there in England, the process has already begun. Was there any difference in the process of authorization, and how did England manage to get this out first?
No, there is no difference in authorization process or no cuts in safety measures. So one way that England maybe were able to do it is we are a smaller country, fewer consultations to have. Nonetheless, important safety considerations. So what the British people have been doing is looking at this data from since October, when it was being given over in small chapters, so to say. And so they have been looking at it and studying it as we go along. And then come December, only the last bits of the data were needed to be scrutinized. And then finally, authorization was given by the Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Authority here in the United Kingdom.
All right, Dr. Bharat Pankania, Senior Clinical Lecturer at the University of Exeter, thank you very much for that informative analysis.